depends on the individual, depends on the family, and you can't make certain generalizations, they don't apply.
No, yeah.
You know, like as soon as someone says, oh, this, blah, 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 across all nations, all times, all spaces, it's fucking lies.
I heard someone say what is art, and I heard someone else say documentary. I looked at you, Lester, and it all fell together. And then, as you'll be able to tell from listening to the documentary, it's very much, I approach you with a camera, I say, what is art? Does it have any friends? I'm from England, I moved here in December, and I moved specifically to Peterborough. This is a wonderful town.
15, and I've traveled across Canada for a long time, and then I'm back home for many years, over 7 years.
Deliberately, or?
It's a process. They're very creative and soul searching and really talking into the day, though. It's really amazing and it's great art. It totally takes everything upside down, inside out, and topsy-turvy.
I think it's time to listen to some Knife Hammer. We'll be back.
Trent Radio.
The highs to the lowest of the lows. Everything's incorporated. Wants you as their troll. They want your ears, they want your eyes, they want the days of all your lives. Would want to take control. They would want you to sell your wife. If you were told and you would, if you could, but you can't sell your world.
As and if you forget, son, all of us are one. The line and if you forget.
Out in the street, isn't it? We were busking, we had a little sign saying what is art.
It was a twist on busking because you'd expect that sign would say feeding. Right. Except the sign that says what is art.
Exactly. The picture you put, like for example, here's a great example, Angel, you back me up on this.
That day. You were on that day. I want to hear Tyler Banderop's answer. It's awesome.
He's a wonderful local slam poet.
Listen,
check him out.
Listen to this.
What is art?
Oh.
Art is the pumpkin patch. Art is the sand that gets swirled up in those curvy little motions by the tide as it goes in and out. Art is the hangnail of civilization, and you just deal with it.
Art is the hangnail of civilization, and you just deal. Just really wanted to offer some kind of slice of reality, slice of now.
Truth?
I don't know. It's like our truth. And even our truth changes. Our own personal truth changes throughout the years. So, yeah. And I've seen it, I've edited thousands of hours of footage.
You can lie with a camera.
You can lie with a camera, but I also think it doesn't show quite everything.
I really relate to that point, Lester, because when my friend who I went to film school with shot a movie, it was a slice of life, like a day in the life of me, I guess, with my bicycle. And it was just really a very small slice of who I am and what I was about and what I'm doing and what it was in the flow than the rest of my life. It was almost as if it was made up, even though the camera and the editing, we made it look like it was a documentary. And
So the way to capture truth would be to capture change.
And the only way to capture change is to document each moment and then see them in a sequence.
Well, we're closer to that nowadays. We do live in public and Facebook.
Cultivating these online personas we have, that it's like art. you can cultivate like, you know, alter.
Maybe the fortune teller told true, and someday soon I'll be marrying you, but you know that we both got living to do. So shake me, baby, won't you take me outside, where the wind is warm and the moon is so bright. Shake me, baby, you know that I love you. Believe in me, darling, and I promise I'll come back to you.
I'm so incredibly fortunate to have Lisa McCaskill perform live here on Newfox this Lullaby Wednesday.
Did I put you to sleep, honey?
You know, it had the opposite effect.
Well, I'm standing up here today to say that's bullshit. My friend, the filmmaker, asked, "What is art?" Well, it takes a lifetime to truly know art, but for me, here's a start. Art is constructing a symbology to make sense of your personal experience. Art is opening yourself up to me and sharing in your vulnerability. Art is affirming the validity of your creativity. Because there are really only two ways of being in this world. You can either be creative or destructive. And I know that you've got it in you to create. You just got to get rid of it. It's so ingrained inside you, the deep seed that tells you you cannot be an artist. Society planted it there so that you could continue to feed into its destructive ways, to train you to consume rather than to create. It's that voice that says, I can't paint, I can't dance, I can't draw, I can't write, so I can't be an artist. It's the vine that strangles our creativity so that we can fit into the monotony of everyday destructivity. Because to be an artist is to be an empty dreamer. And to be a contributing member of society, you gotta be a CEO or some business leader. But I'm standing up here today to say, that's bullshit, y'all. It's time to create. Because there are really only two ways of being in this world. You can either be creative or destructive. And in our world, there are enough people working to destroy. We've got our leaders ignoring what we have to say, trying to build some stupid parkway. We've got corporations tearing into the crust of stolen lands, extracting resources so that we can continue to consume rather than create. We've got CEOs making money off of feeding us GMOs until they can even manage to strip the art from the process of our earth creating sustenance for us. And in light of all of this, I'm up here today calling on you to create, because we each have important experiences to relate. And when we can each construct our own personal symbology, the art we create will help us all interrelate. And even if you think what you have to contribute isn't great, well, at least you've taken the time to create. Because there are really only two ways of being in this world. You can either be creative or destructive. And so many of us are conditioned to say that just because you don't have a BFA, that you are not an artist. That the symbology you have to create or the experiences you're trying to relate just aren't worth it. Well, I'm risking my art here today to say that we have enough people working to destroy. So my friend, it's your time to create. Thank you.
So refreshing. Oh my gosh. That was so nice.
Thank you.
to hear.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
That was so nice.